What up? Have you asked yourself lately, how bad is this Mercury retrograde in Aries? Or like, how bad can it get? Or like, is it really that bad? Like, what's really hood? What's really? I'm talking to my man Gano the other day. Gano said, "What's really hood, nephew? What's really hood with this Mercury retrograde? Like, how tough can it be?" And the answer is, it's as tough as you. It's as tough as your listening skills. So the question is, this Mercury retrograde is going to test your listening skills. What are you listening to, right? So if your listening skills are really low, then you are going to really have an issue with this Mercury retrograde. I'm Coach Kai here. Team Taurus is in the building, Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for listening in, tuning in. Make sure you share this video, share this podcast, wherever you're listening at. Post this on your social media. Um, yeah, we definitely need some prayer. So I always open this bad boy up like that. What's today? I think today's like the 9th of April or the 10th of April, something like that. What up, Jamila? Hey, Stephanie, Long Beach in the family. Team Sag in the building. Team Pisces in the building. What up, Tiffany? Abdul Cool to Apple Attack. What about Zoom? Gama Farragoon. Shalil Kaloon. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Houston J, am I cool? So, first thing I want to give you is the actual dates for this Mercury retrograde that we are in right now. So please type this up or write it down somewhere or make a mental note. And Selenda's in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of y'all need to send Selena Beard a friend request. Get your wisdom up. That's how I got most of mine. This Mercury retrograde started on March the 5th and it goes till May the 2nd. March the 5th to May the 2nd. Yes. It is not, this retrograde is not over on April the 15th. I really would like somebody to type that in there. And so you can type, I want everybody to type in, the Mercury retrograde is not over on April the 15th. That's a really big statement. You need to be posting that all over. So please share this video or this audio or whatever so people will know immediately that this retrograde is not over on the 15th. What up, Tina? What up, Karen? I love when my whole squad is up in this joint late night. Boosie's in the building. Salute. Yes, March the 5th to May the 2nd, right? Because there's 3 phases of Mercury retrograde. It's not just one phase where it just goes backwards and then it's over. Anything that goes backwards got to come back forward, right? So, Mercury retrograde started on the 5th, came to 5th of March. What is it? 5th of March. And I think it was like the end. Oh, my dates. What did you slow down that? Hold on. Then it slowed down and started going backwards. So it's been going backwards for like 3 weeks. So that was like the end. I think it was like the 22nd of March. It started going backwards, right? So it started going forward and it started going backwards. On the 15th, it's going to station. So between now and the 15th, 16th, 17th, things are going to get even more intense. Where it stations at is where it's the toughest. And the 2 toughest parts, that first station and the last station. Because it's going forward and then it slows down and stations and then goes backwards. And then it's going backwards and has the stopping station and then turn around and go back forward. So around the 22nd, 23rd of March, that was the first, like, getting tough. But it's like super tough between 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That whole 5-6 day period right there, hectic. So what are your listening skills like? Are you listening? Write this down or type this out. Lessons you don't learn only get harder. Lessons you don't learn only get harder. That's number one. Number two, what do we trust? Come on now, come on, keep it up. What do we trust? We trust what people show us. Mercury is about teaching. It's a planet of wisdom, but people ain't getting it. So the only how bad is Mercury retrograde? It's as bad as your ability to not accept wisdom. When the wisdom comes, you just are upset because you was moving so fast. It's supposed to come out the way you want it, but you don't really run nothing. Mercury is here to show you how to be humble. Right? Are you listening? Right? It's not over. So when you listen and trust what people show you, you don't have to keep banging your head on the wall of suffering. I should call this the wall of suffering retrograde because it's giving you an opportunity to take your Velcro suit off because nobody's holding you at the wall at the wall of suffering. That's you with your Velcro suit laid back on the wall of suffering, banging your head on the wall. Just imagine if you were just, this is the wall behind me. I got my arms on it. I have on a Velcro suit, and I'm stuck to the wall, and I'm looking at all the joy and everything over there, in the land of peace and success and abundance and happiness and orgasms and all of that, in the land of magic, and I can see it clearly in every direction, but I have my arms Velcro on this wall of suffering, banging my head against the wall like that's going to get me off the wall or that's going to destroy the wall. And everybody on the wall is just banging their head. It sounds like a drum. Then when you go to sleep, you still hear drumming because somebody else is banging their head on the wall of suffering because you don't want to listen. You don't want to trust what people show you. So you just keep banging your head, banging your head, banging your head, banging your head. Why are you banging your head when you could just take your arms down, zip the suit open, and step out of it and leave the suit hanging on the wall and let somebody else get into it. And then you could just walk over there to the land of plenty, the land of wonderful, the land of opportunity, the land of abundance. The whole law of attraction thing is working on both walls, but you could be doing it over there. But when you don't listen, the pain keeps coming in. The pain keeps coming in. So some people um, they kind of detest when a Mercury retrograde comes up because they think it's so evil. It's not evil. You the one that's evil because you won't listen and you too romantic. All year long, every video you always hear me talking about stop being so romantic. You be thinking I'm talking about relationships, but guess what? I'm also talking about relationships with yourself and these planetary energies. Please press 2 if you shared this video. Yes. Let somebody else know about how bad this could be on them. Because it's as easy as paying attention. Somebody's like, man, I have a short attention span. Or I have ADD. That ain't my problem. You better concentrate. You better work through it. How about that? Right. And then Mercury retrograde won't be so bad on you. It won't be so bad. It's as tough as you make it, or it's as easy as you make it. Oh man. I forgot I'm supposed to be watching my little did anybody get the mind cleansing video? I don't know. Who got that? Who got the mind cleansing video from Tybro? I just got it. Yes. So I can just have that. I can have that playing in the background. Oh yes. Does anybody want to? Oh, man, just a quick shot, real quick. Oh, look at that. Yes, yes, yes. You can go over to tybro.com and get you some of that. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I can really sit back now and relax. Hi, everyone. Mercury retrograde just got me feeling so marvelous and just feeling so good. And because I'm listening and noticing, everything over at the Tybro website is 20% off right now. CC108 is the code. Tell them Coach Kaya sent you. in the comment section, be like, Coach Kanye told me to come get 20% off. CC108 typo.com. You should get that. So thank you for sharing, everyone who shared the video. I appreciate that because I know you're tired of being around a bunch of people who banging their head on the wall of suffering. Mercury Retrograde, which lasts from March the 5th to May the 2nd. That's right. All of April just got sucked in there. And it's not over on the 15th. So what is the key to making this thing better for you? How do you take advantage of, how do you get the rewards for Mercury Retrograde? This is my exercise. Anything starts with RE is retrogradish. So let's start typing some things. Let's all work together. Remember, reveal, reimburse, refund, recollect, repurpose. Everything that has RE is happening right now. And you could do it consciously or subconsciously. Most of the time, these people in these old relationships pop back up. But since it's happening in Aries, then what? It's a Mercury retrograde about the self. It's a Mercury retrograde about you. Yes, it's about these self-evaluations. That's why I said if you don't reflect, you will be revealed. Because if you get exposed right now, something is being revealed about you. Refinement. Ooh, look at that. Relax. Karen knows the one. Rekindle. Now, some people may want to do the rekindle, but you don't want to do the rekindle. So you have to let them know, like, yo, I don't want to do that. Yes, renew. You may want to start something that you have been putting off for a while. Like my money program, my Moon Magic program, the once a year Moon Magic program for money to catch this Taurus new moon on May the 15th. It's been rekindled. It's been rekindled. You know what I'm saying? I've been reinvigorated. Yes, rework, reread, reconsider. Where's my other baby at? I have books in here that I'm rereading, from back in the day. So all these RE words, resurrect, absolutely, redo, rejuvenate, rebirth, all of resist. Now resist is a tough one. Even though it applies, you have to be careful with what you should resist low level urges that get you in trouble. Because you need to step up your discernment. Right. Step up your discernment level right here, where you can reassign things. If you're gonna resist it, then you better reassign it immediately. Right. Revamp, retry. Absolutely, you're gonna have to fall and then get back up. And your listening skills. Once again, it's all going back to your listening skills. It's because you can hear what people really are saying, what they really think. You know how people get drunk and they say things, and that's how they really feel. Guess what? You ain't gotta wait you ain't gotta wait that long no more. You ain't gotta wait until they drunk no more. Now the Mercury retrograde will make somebody say something, and they'll be like, "Oh, I need to get that back. I need to retract that. Can I retract that?" No, you can't retract it. I heard, and now I know exactly how you feel. Yes, remake, reassure, recreate. All of y'all Mercury retrograde. And look at these words. How are these words dangerous? These words aren't dangerous. Reconsider. None of these words are like dangerous. Like, oh, Mercury is so terrible. I always look at Mercury retrograde when I tell people it's like a woman's cycle. It's gonna happen once a month. Your menses is gonna happen once a month. What you getting upset about? If a man marries a woman and he get upset because her menses come on, he don't know women. So if you get upset about Mercury retrograde, it's gonna happen 3 or 4 times a year. You don't know the stars. You ain't studying astrology. And guess what? That's a natural pattern. So you have 3 to 4 times during the year that you're supposed to be retracting and removing and refining and rewording and reestablishing and reconsidering and recreating and reassuring and remaking and reevaluating and restructuring things and retrying things and revamping things. You got 3 or 4 times during the year, every year, that you're supposed to be doing that. Let's say you're 20 years old, and from 20 to 40, You had 20 years times four. You had 80 experience. You had 80 opportunities that the universe was giving you to revamp, but you was ignoring all of them. Even in a 2 year period, you have 3 to 4 times in a 3 year period, you could have 12 opportunities to recreate yourself. Rebrand. Nobody said rebrand. Nobody said rebrand. Nobody said rebrand. Where's the rebrand at? Come on, Ty Phoenix. You got to put some rewords up here too. You can't just come over here and just be watching us. Everybody, we need Ty Phoenix to put something up here on. Drop something too. She over here talking about the North Nose lady. Pop dropping it like it's hot. Yes, I'm going to cross my arms and grateful. It serves us. You're exactly right. So, we also get misinformation too, because people are going to be telling you the Mercury retrograde is over on the 15th, and you're going to be in trouble, thinking you just go out there willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all have had an opportunity to do one of these rewords since March the 5th? How many? If you've had 1, 2, 3 opportunities, type 1, 2, or 3. If you can count like a couple opportunities that you've had that you could have done one of the reads since the 5th of March till now. And this also includes, have you heard somebody that you listened to something they said and was like, ooh, you really telling me how you really are getting down? Are you, ooh, that's how you doing? Come on now. Like Ty Phoenix said, it's still going to be in the shadow. It's still going to be in the shadow after the 15th, all the way until May the 2nd. So you gotta be moving. What happened to my mic check? Are we still popping? Okay. Just want to make sure my Bluetooth sound like they just shut down. So look, everybody has had three or more things that, right, including loss of life. Including loss of life. Let's talk about death. Mercury retrograde, a lot of people leave here up under a Mercury retrograde. This is big right here for relationships. Mercury retrograde is one of the best times for breakups. So some people break up with life and they die and they leave. And most of the time it's always in pairs. It's somebody you know personally with somebody that's famous. Right. I know somebody you lost somebody, then you look right up in the news a few days later and it was a big person that died. Craig Mack died during the Mercury retrograde. Winnie Mandela left during the Mercury retrograde. Boosie's Atia, her mama left. My man Derek Kelly, his mama transitioned out into the realm of the ancestors. This is the time when people check off and they are leaving. When they are leaving here, because they've reevaluated, their spirit is reevaluated, and it was like, yeah, I'm rolling out. So, as right, a major loss, but now it's time for you to what? Recover. It's time for you also to re-acknowledge your ancestors. The day that the day a person dies is their new birthday in heaven. That's why, here's my choice. Like, you need to be putting people up on your walk, like you need to take them and frame them up, put them in a gold frame. Obviously, we're getting ready to go on a quick trip over into my altar room. So, yes, this is a good time for you to be doing some work on your altar. So, on your altar, I'm a gold frame person. So the gold frame helps with enhancing the energy of whatever's inside of the gold frame. You can go to Family Dollar and get these frames for $1.50, $2, $3, or you can go bigger. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of 4x6 frames. All right. So putting your ancestors up in gold frames. See, it's my granddaddy, gold frame. Great granddaddy, gold frame. here's my grandma and my great grandma. Gold frames. Great granddaddy. Gold frames. Me. Gold frame. You gotta got gold framing it up. Gold frame. Right. This is my prayer wall. So what I do is I have people that are on my prayer wall gold framed up. This is a picture of my family that my cousin just sent me. I'm sending energy back in the past. You know what I'm saying? My father and ancestors. Go frame it up, man. Go frame it up. Put some words, put some prayers on there for your peoples. Right. Reincarnate. Oh, my finger's on the speaker. My bad. Oops. Hope that's better. Mic check. So what I was saying was it's very important that you use the gold frames to put your ancestors up. Lord send y'all to Saraswati. Right. Gold frames. Put your ancestors in a gold frame and set they and set them up. Set them up. Right. It's very important. Gold frames. All around, everybody's in gold frames over here at my spot. What happened to the mic? Somebody just text me. Can you hear? Mic check. Can y'all hear me? 1 2 1 2. Hello. Let's see. I love you too. Can you hear me now? I just made a quick change. Is anything going on right now? Are there you still can't hear me? I'm not restarting. What are you talking about? Oh, it's over. Can you hear now? Is it a one if you can hear? Oh, now you can hear. Okay, good. So, in the recap, I said, um, what was the last thing y'all heard? Right, right. What was the last thing you heard? And then we can be like, okay, we'll take it from there. I'm not restarting. You talking about doing it over? No, no, no. What was the last thing you heard
so I can pick up from that point. What's up, Dre? Drea, gold frames for your ancestors. That's how you restore them. It's a good time for you to help restore things with your ancestors, right? Everybody saw the gold frames. Get your ancestors and put them up in some gold frames. Or for yourself, you should have yourself in a gold frame. Write prayers on your family members' photos and then put it in the gold frame. Yes. Whether it's some, whatever prayer that's got some power for you, right? But the gold frames is big. Trust me. That right there, that process will really help you in rebuilding your altar. How many of y'all got an altar? Or when last time you went over to your altar and was like, yo, I'm gonna readjust it. I'm gonna do some readjustments to my altar. This is an excellent time for that. Okay, reassessment of what your altar game is looking like. Right. Stay up on. I always keep behind me 3 or 4 gold frames when I go to the dollar store, Walmart, or whatever. You need to readjust, absolutely. So, I will say prayer over again because I want to make sure everybody heard that and gets the full strength of that. Hopefully, this was helpful. The recap is Mercury is as bad as your listening skills. So if your listening skills are bad, then retrograde will bust you across your head. All right. We should be cultivating so hard, man. We should be cultivating so hard right now. I mean, like, super cultivating on our own personal work. You know, like your meditation, your repurposing. Like, that's where I'm at real heavy right now, is like repurposing and pivoting and rebranding where I'm at. So, yeah. So, thanks everybody who did stay to the end, who went through the little shortage to the sound. Appreciate it. I kind of like these late nights because then you got all day tomorrow to watch it. Thank you all who shared the video. You got plenty of information in the beginning. Most of the time when the sound went out, I was just saying, can you hear me? And we're trying to fix it. So it's all good. Yeah. That's my message right there. Good time for breakups, relationships. This is not a great time to be trying to start that with no new boo. Alright? If it is, it's gonna be short. Retrograde is also reneging on contracts. So things that you start up under this Mercury retrograde, there could be a renege on the contract. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Right. Hit the return on it. Boosie, I love you too, baby. Team Taurus in the building. All right, let's get this prayer on one more time. On a scale of 1 to 10, what'd you think of this share with Coach Khayr? And 1, I'll never do it again. 10, let me get some more of that. And what was the one thing that you took away from this broadcast, podcast, share, evening lesson that you can turn around and use immediately? What is something that you can take from what I said now and use it immediately to help you live a freer life? Dre, we have to catch up too. We got to talk. Anna Bakoa, Gejalaki Menka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Taharanu Nara, Nagibu, the Shea Yakadeka, Kababa Shamran, Barkham Taram, Rankame, Tazika Taka, Tamid Gamla, Kasim Kadosh, Bararu Tufka, Nahelada Taka, Yakit Gehe, Lamchapanez, Ukrea Katushka Taka, Shabatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea Talamo, Baruk Shem, Kovo Makuto, Alam Vaed. Listen and pay attention. Absolutely. I'm with that. Yes. And go watch Billions. I'm about to go watch Billions. All of y'all should go Go sit down and watch Billions. And I'm almost finished with this. Right. I'm on page 484 out of, I think it's 500. It's like 520 pages. So I'm about 30 pages. The first 2 seasons I think of Billions is on Netflix, but I'm an avid watcher, so I'm about to go watch season 3. Yes, trust what people show you. Yes, but this book right here is like freaking amazing. The Children of Blood and Stone. Oh my God, it's a page turner. I ain't going to bed till I finish it tonight. Even if I watch Billions right now, this is like been putting me to sleep every night. She already got a movie deal. Like, yeah, this one is crazy. Stay away from the wall of suffering. I totally agree. And you do need to get this book. It's fine. And I haven't read no fiction in a long time. I have very few fiction books. The fiction books that I have in my house, somebody definitely could borrow them. But this right here ain't going nowhere. You can forget about it, player. No, 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 no. No, no, no. How many of y'all are down with Zealy? Y'all down with Zealy? This thing fire. I'm going to have to do a book review on this when I finish. It's so fire. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Fat book, but it's a page turner. I'm telling you. You can get on Kindle. You can get on Kindle and read the first 6 chapters for free. But boy, after that, it's going to be like straight crack. The King, Amari, Zealy, Tazan, Enan. Oh, I like it. All right, fam, I'm going to holler at y'all. Salute. Get some rest tonight. Peace.